Alright, so I'm here in Photoshop, and we're just going to take a look at the 100 photo styles and the exporters. Basically, have a look at a good workflow of previewing these styles on your photos and saving them out. Just basically how it all works together. So first of all, we need to get our actions window open, which is this window here. So we can go to Window, Actions, or Alt F9, and then we need to load up our 100 photo styles and exporters. So we can select this little icon here and go to Load Actions, and then we can just select them and they should appear in here. So if we just twirl open the 100 photo styles, you see them all laid out here, and the names 1 to 100, just for easier reference. And basically the whole idea with these, sorry, I'll just touch that up. Alright, so if we just duplicate our photo here by hitting Control J a few times, we could just click through these, hit play, hide the layer, select another one, and just keep going through and previewing them to see which one you like. And then we could rename our layer to the action name. So that was number 2, that one there, and I think this one was number 11. So that's just a good way to keep a reference of the effects that you like. And basically how these actions work is that if you twirl open this little arrow here, you'll see the steps that are involved to produce the final effect. So if I just delete these, and you notice that there's these little grey boxes to the left here. If we select these, basically what's going to happen is that it's going to run through the action, it's going to go through the steps, and it's going to stop at levels here, and it's going to give us the opportunity to actually adjust the levels. A window is going to pop up where we can change things. So just to demonstrate that, we can just hit play and see here's the levels window here. So we can just play around with these until we get something we like. Just hit OK. So that's the same with every one. So you got a lot of control over the final look. And also you could you could even combine them as well. So if I just hit play on number 2 here, and let's say number 13, hit play, right? But if we hit number 13 on its own, hit play, and compare the two, you see there's a bit of a difference. So overall there is a lot more than 100 styles here. You can just keep clicking and clicking and clicking through them to produce quite a lot of different looks. Alright, so I'll take a look at the 100 photo exporters. They're basically categorized into 3 sections. I've got basics, sepia and black and white effects, and Lomo effects. So basically the way this works is that what we need to do for the action to work at all is firstly rename our photo to style underscore capital STYLE underscore. Oops. So yeah, that's very important. And then what we do, if we want to preview all the sepia and black and white effects applied to this photo here, and preview them all out in a folder, this is the way to do it. So we just hit play on the action, and it is going to create a separate layer for all the effects. So what it's doing now, it's actually, if you look to the left here, it's running through those black and white effects now, 39, 40, 41, 42, and just applying them. So this is a good way just to overlook all the effects, to choose a style that you like. Now at the end of the action, a window is going to pop up, and this is basically asking us where we want to save out our files to, our photos. So let's click browse, and I've got some folders on the desktop here. I've put them in this test1 folder. Hit OK. You can add a file name prefix if you want, if that helps at all. You need to have visual layers only checked, and you can choose what type the file you want to export the photo as. This is optional, and you can set the quality of the JPEG as well. I'll just leave it at 8 and hit run. So now what it's doing, it's right here, it's just exporting all these images into that folder that we specified. Alright, so that's it. So if we now open, I've got it open here, test 1. Now we have that same image with all the sepia and black and white effects applied to it, plus the original photo at the end. Now, one thing to take note of here is the naming convention. The first set of numbers is basically just 0 through to how many photos are in the folder have been exported. But what you need to, the important part here is this end number, style number 26. Say if we like number 28 here and we want to apply it to other photos, what we can do is just jump back into Photoshop. I'll just delete, click the top one, hold down shift, click the bottom one, hit delete, Control J, I'll duplicate the back one. So I think it was number 28 I think we're looking at. So we just hit play. There it is. That's that same effect, number 28. So it's a good way just to reference the photos and their look. Okay, so say we want to. Okay, so we've got a folder. I've got a folder here. Oh, this one here, originals. Say we want to apply that number 28 to all these photos here. What we need to do, jump back into Photoshop. We need to have number 28 selected, so the style that you want to apply to those photos selected, and just go to File, Automate Batch. Now this is important. We need to have the 100PhotoStyles selected, and the action that we want to run on those photos, which was number 28. That was the style that we want. So we need a source folder, and the source folder was our originals. Hit OK, and we need a destination folder as well. So for the destination, we can just choose worked was empty, so we'll put in worked, and that's it. So we can just hit OK, and you get these windows just asking what quality you want to set the JPEGs at. Alright, so that's finished. So if we go into our, so there's our originals, and if we go into our work folder now, we have style number 28 applied to all of our photos. So that's basically it. That's how the whole process works. Just experiment with again, combining all these to see what looks you can come up with. What's also important is that you don't rename these actions for the moment, because as these actions run, they're going to look for layers called 79/low-mode orange fill. So if you change this to put a star on the ends, it's going to run into errors. So that's important that you keep everything intact. So alright, that's it. If you've got any questions, just email me through Graphic River or on YouTube here, and yeah, I'll get back to you. So Thank you very much.